Good afternoon, everybody, from Upper Dauphin Area High School. This afternoon, the Lady Trojans will play host to the Line Mountain Eagles here in what actually is the first half of the first game of the second half of the league this year. So now we're going to be getting the national anthem here, and we'll be right back. Anyway, as I was saying, the ball game this afternoon actually represents the first ball game of the second half of the season. And the Eagles, taking the floor right now, have Shingara out there along with Reed, Smeltz, Martz, and Leader rather. And for the Trojans, they'll send out their starting five, which is Papandrea, Lucas, Drabovis, Lark, and Weaver. So we're set to go with this afternoon's action, and as I said, this is the actual first game of the second half of the schedule. Eagles coming into today's ball game with a 7-1 record, identical to the Upper Dauphin Trojan gals here, who both have 7-1 records. Here's a pass inside for Reed. Her shot blocked away in air by Lucas, and back with it comes Drabovis. So Amanda Lucas will be big today for UDA inside as they try to force it inside. Here's a pass stolen away and then gathered back in by the Trojans, and then a foul will be called. A foul, I think, is going to be on Janine Smeltz. Smeltz picks up the first foul of the ball game, and she leaves the ball game now as Gaszewski in there for the Eagles. It's a pass inside for Lucas, stolen away, and a tie-up, and it will be UD ball as a Leader tied it up inside there with Drabovis, and the the Trojans will get the inbound the ball. Back here now for Lark. Kelly Drabovis, instrumental in all the Trojan victories for sure. Kelly just a good one. Here's Kelly going to take it inside, and it gets tied up again. This time it'll be tied up by Martz, and this time the ball will go over to the Line Mountain Eagles as Jill Martz will get ready to inbound the ball. Full court pressure here by the Trojans. Over here for Smeltz. And Janine will pick it up, and then they say she went on the end line over here. And so it will be turned back over to the Trojans. No score in the ball game, played 50 seconds into this opening period. Here's a ball tipped loose. Back up it comes the Eagles, and this is Smeltz looping in ahead here now for Leader. Leader goes to take it inside, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound comes down here to Lucas, and she'll drop it back here for Drabovis. On the wing over there for Weaver. Weaver, right underneath it goes to Papandrea. Her ball is knocked loose and then rolls loose and picked up in here by Martz. Martz quickly ahead here for Shingara. Shingara lost the handle on it, and the ball is going to go back out of bounds over here right in front of us, and it will be Eagle ball. So both teams showing a lot of nervous tension, I think, here in the early going as Wiest comes into the ball game for the Eagles. This is Martz with it for Wiest. Betsy will pick it up for Jill Martz. Martz for three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down here and is controlled by Lark of Upper Dauphin. She'll spin it back here for Drabovis. Here comes Kelly with a head of steam, pushing it over in the wing. Shot from the side by Weaver for two is good. So Weaver gets the first 2 points of the ball game. It's 2-0 Upper Dauphin. Here comes Martz with it. Martz taking it all the way inside, puts a shot up, but a blocking foul is going to be called on Amanda Lucas, I believe, and Jill Martz will be going to the line for the Eagles to shoot two. Martz at the line shooting a pair, and Jill's first shot is good. It's a 2-1 ball game. 6:08 left here in the opening period, and Martz with a chance to tie up the ball game if she puts this one in, which she did. So we're tied at 2-2. Playing afternoon basketball, game scheduled for Thursday night, postponed because of ice and snow. I only mention that so that we remember in years to come that that's why we're playing an afternoon game here at UDA. Ball gets thrown out of bounds, and so it'll be Wiest inbounding for the Eagles. for Martz. 5:55 left here in the first period. Martz will take it inside, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound, let's see, controlled inside here by Reed. She puts a shot up, no good. Reed has it again, tries another time, no good. And this time an over-the-back foul is going to be called on Reed. She went over the back on the third try, trying to get that ball to go in. So Reed will pick up her first personal of the ball game. Team second. And back come the Trojans. 5:35 left here in the opening period, tied up 2-2. Lucas, 15-foot try, no good. And the rebound is going to be controlled into there by Papandrea. Back outside for Lark for two, no good. Rebound comes down there and a foul called underneath. Foul will be called on Weaver, her first. Team's third. And Line Mountain will inbound the ball for Wiest. Wiest double team, pushes it right underneath there for Weaver for two. It's no good. Return shot by Papandrea is good. Or was it? Well, I don't know if it was Papandrea or not. Might have been. Here's a ball stolen away, picked up in here by Papandrea. Papandrea coming back with it for UDA. Firing one underneath, but it's going to go out of bounds off the hands of Lark. And so the timeout's going to be called by the Eagles now with 5:05 left here in the first period, and Trojans up 4-2. It's only a 20-second timeout called by Lion Mountain, so ball getting ready to be put back into play now as the Eagles will have the ball, trailing 4-2, and Martz getting ready to inbound the ball for Lion Mountain. Right here for Shingara, she's double team, gets it ahead here for Betsy Wiest. Betsy Wiest down the right wing side here. Out in front for Martz. And Martz plays it near side here for Wiest. Over there for Martz. Inside, tries to go with it, stolen away by Lucas. Pass picked right off in there by Amanda Lucas, and back come the Trojans as Dribelbiss will work it out in front. Near wing over here for Lark. Lark from outside for two, wouldn't go. Rebound, let's see, controlled in there by Papandrea. Her shot wouldn't go. Another shot put up by Papandrea, wouldn't go. And all of a sudden, the Trojans look like they're about 8 inches taller than the Eagles on the rebounding on the offensive boards. Eagles having all kinds of troubles, and the Trojans having trouble getting the ball to go in on the multiple shots. Here comes ball tipped out of there by Papandrea, who come up behind Shingara that time, and Lindsay never saw her coming. So the Eagles will inbound the ball. Here's Wiest handing it to Martz, and then back for Betsy Wiest. Martz over here for Wiest. Across the court they go with it. Here comes Leader, taking it inside, looking for two. It's short. Rebound underneath, controlled there by Reed, and then out of bounds. It's going to go off the leg of Dribelbiss and out of bounds. So Reed inbounded here. From outside for three. Off the mark that time. Rebound to Lucas, and Lucas will pick it up and drop it back here for Dribelbiss. Kelly coming back with it for UD. Over in the wing it goes. Weaver for two. It's off the mark. No good. Rebound comes down here and is controlled by Wiest. Wiest to loop it ahead here for Martz. Martz has it stolen away from her by Weaver and picked up in there by Dribelbiss. Well, the Eagles did not get away with that fast break. Here's a leg ball off the leg of Jill Martz. UD will inbound. 3:41 left here in the opening period. Near side here for Papandrea, and she's going to throw it away as it goes back court. Tipped off of a Eagle, so Trojans will inbound the ball. Shingara and Gashevsky in to replace Wiest and Reed for the Eagles. Here's Lark. Near wing over here. Here's Lucas for two. A little bit too long that time, and on the rebound it's going to be controlled in here by Leader, who'll break it back 2-on-2. Julie having some trouble with it, stopping and pushes it back outside here for Smeltz. 3:12 left here in the first period. Martz for three. No good. Rebound comes down over here, controlled by Dribelbiss, and back with it comes Kelly. The Eagles with a 2-point lead here for Lucas for 2. It's good. Well, a nice pass inside there for Amanda Lucas from Kelly Dribovis. And Amanda did not miss that one, and it's 6-2. Here comes Martz with it. Near side here for Leader. Now in there for Smeltz. Cross court it comes here. Another 3-point attempt try. No good. Rebound comes down there to Lark. And Lark will push it back here for Dribovis. Kelly near side here for Lark. Lark for Dribovis. Now back for Lark. Cross court it goes. Tapped away in there by Shingara, but picked up by UD. And then a foul will be called on Leader. She reached into Papandrea. And she'll pick up the personal foul. Team's third, and for Leader, it is her first. Herb into the ball game to replace Stacy Lark for the UDA. This is Herb with it now. Swinging it out here for Herb from the side for 2. No good. Rebound tapped around in there, controlled by Smeltz. Quickly outlet here for Martz. Martz goes to the hoop for 2. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line shooting 2. Foul was on Kelly Dribovis, her first. Jill Martz at the line shooting her first of 2. First shot, no good. Jill's second try, and it's good, and it's a 6-3 ball game now. Trojans on top by 3 with 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Very low scoring first period. Bounce pass inside, stolen away by Gaszewski, and then Gaszewski will lose that one out of bounds as Amanda Lucas reached in there to block that one away. And here comes Dribovis. Near side here for Herb and Dribovis. Herb, cross court it goes here. Lark into the baseline here. Here's a shot by Lucas, blocked out of there. No foul called, and UD will inbound the ball. Herb will hand it to Dribovis. Near side over here it comes, and then it's going to go out of bounds off Lark, and it will be Eagle ball. So the Eagles with a chance to come back and get to within 1. They trail by 3. And Martz up the court with it with 1:33 left here in the opening period. Here's Martz. Into the corner it goes here. Shingara for 3. Just off the mark it goes, and the rebound comes down in there to Lark. He'll drop it back here now for Dribovis. And back comes Kelly. Kelly taking it inside. Hopping it over here for a shot by Herb, wouldn't go. Rebound comes down the Leader. And Julie will control it in the backcourt here for the Eagles. Stolen away by Dribovis and knocked out of bounds. A pass intended out there for Gaszewski, but Kelly there to knock it out. And Wiest will re-enter the ball game. This time she'll replace Leader for the Eagles. And Lenker comes in for UD. She'll replace Papandrea for Coach Shadle. 1:04 left here in the opening period. Wiest here for, well, Wiest has it again. Picking it up over there for Martz. Over in the corner it goes. Shingari inside it goes now with a shot put it up in there, no good. And on the rebound, let's see, it's going to be out of bounds off Gaszewski. And it will be UDA with the ball. I'll tell you, both teams absolutely struggling here on offense with less than a minute to play in the first period. We've scored 9 points in the ball game. Trojans have 6 of those 9. Here's Lark. Dribovis from outside for 3. Off the mark. Rebound comes down in there to Gaszewski, and it's going to be tied up, and it will remain UD ball. Kelly Dribovis to inbound the ball. Ball tapped out of there by Shingara on the inbounds play. So Herb will try to get it inside now. Pushes it back here now, and it's going to be Lucas into the wing over here for Lenker. Oh, and Lenker, let's see, the ball on the floor. They call it a tie-up. It's going to be Eagle ball. 27 seconds left here in the first period, and the Eagles will have the ball to inbound. Here for Wiest. Right back here for Martz. Stolen away. Lanker for 2. No good. Rebound tipped around over there. Controlled by Martz. Martz up court with it. Here for Smeltz. Smeltz right underneath it goes to Shingara. Lindsay couldn't handle it. Back here it comes now for Martz. Martz will take it in for 2. No good, but a foul called. A foul called, and Jill will go to the line, shooting 2. 8.6 seconds remaining here in the opening period. And Martz at the line to shoot 2, can close the gap to a point if she can make a couple of these. Here's her first try. It's good. 6-4, and Jill will get one more try. And here's her second try. It's good. 6-5 with 8.6 seconds remaining here in the first period, and the clock counting it on down here. There's a ball stolen away. Back over here it comes now for Martz. Stolen back again. Ball at center court, and that's going to do it. Though they're going to call a blocking foul on the Eagles. Coach wonders what that's for. And it'll be 6-5 now at the end of 1. Okay, to begin the second period of play, the Trojans have the advantage of inbounding the basketball. They have a 1-point lead, 6-5. And here we go with period 2. Here's Lark. Lark again with it over into the wing here for Lucas. Inside she goes to Papandrea for 2. Wouldn't go. Return shot put up over there. Wouldn't go. And a rebound comes down. Let's see. And a walk called this time on Weaver. And again, the Trojans having all kinds of opportunities on multiple shots underneath, and they're just not getting them to go home. So they still lead by 1. Inbound pass here for Leader. Leader across court in there for Reed. Reed will stop with it on the baseline, push it back out here for Martz. Martz for 3. It's good. So Jill Martz, who's had about 4 tries at it now, finally gets to hit one here and puts the Eagles on top, 8-6. On the baseline for Lucas. Back out here, stolen away by Martz, but then out of bounds it goes, and it'll be Trojan basketball now, off Jill Martz that time. Lucas for 2. It's good. Amanda Lucas ties up the ball game 8-8 now, as it would appear maybe that both offenses are going to start to gel. Here's Lindsay Shingara looking for 3. That's off the mark right there to Lark, and back with it come the Trojans with a chance to regain the lead. Now we're tied at 8. Inside they bounce it here for Weaver for 2. It's good. So now the Trojans got the offense going, and a foul will be called on Papandrea. Julianne didn't need to do that, didn't want to do that, but she picks up the foul anyway. And for the team, it will be team foul number 5. We're tied, or no, it's 8-10, 10-8. UD by 2. Smeltz on the baseline, runs it over here for Shingara for 2, no good. Smeltz with a shot, no good, and rebounded underneath there. Comes down to Weaver, but then she steps on the end line, goes out of bounds with it. And so Martz will inbound the ball for UD. Back here for Shingara. Here's Julie over in the wing for Martz. Martz trying to take it inside on the baseline, spins it back outside here now for Leader. Leader will take it in, puts a shot up, good for 2. And it's tied 10-10, 6:18 remaining in the first half. Stolen away, and stolen right back again. Picked up over here and then lost, and well, let's see. It's going to go out of bounds off Smeltz, and UD will inbound the ball. Both teams rather sloppy at times. Here's Lark for 2. Just off the mark. That one goes. The rebound comes down here to Leader. Leader having some trouble with it, but she'll pick it up now and get it ahead here for Smeltz. Smeltz right underneath here for Reed for 2. No good. Smeltz with a second try. No good. Rebound comes down here to Papandrea, and then back to Dribelvis. Dribelvis from outside, long 2. No good. Rebounded right underneath there, though, and a shot put up and in. Good by Weaver. Here comes a foul, push foul, called on Weaver, and Jen will pick up her second, I believe. 12-10 UD by 2, 5:35 left here in the half. And Coach Shadle calls timeout. Okay, the Trojan timeout is over as Martz gets ready to inbound the ball for Line Mountain. Right underneath it goes here, but it's stolen away. Back with it comes Papandrea. Or Dribblebis, rather. Kelly for 2. It's good. 14-10. The Trojans by 4. Martz trapped in the backcourt. Ball came loose, picked up in there. Now let's see. Weaver for 2. No good. Rebound comes down in there, and it's going to be Leader. Quick pass down here for Shingara. Lindsay for 2. It's good. Quick outlet there. Lindsay Shingara camped down there underneath the basket. And it's a 14-12 ball game. It's crazy played ball game. I mean, there's a lot of dumb stuff going on here. My gosh, people rolling around all over the floor and whatever. Here's Weaver with it. On the baseline she goes. Underneath. Nope. Yeah, picked up over here by Lark. Lark goes inside with it, and a foul call. They're going to call a foul on Reed. And for Reed, it'll be her second. Reed checks out of the ball game. Amy Gashevsky back in there to replace Tanya Reed, and Herb also into the ball game for Coach Shadle. Right underneath, they try to go with it for Papandrea. She'll push it back out here now as a 15-foot try by Dribblebis wouldn't go. And let's see, here's Dribblebis with it on the baseline. Shot put up, but knocked out of there. It'll be UD ball. Blocked out of there by either Smeltz or Gashevsky. I couldn't see who, but anyway, right underneath it goes. Turnaround shot by Klinger, good for 2. Adrienne Klinger, who just got into the ball game, gives the Trojans that 4-point margin back again now, as they've got a shot put up by Leader, no good. Rebound of Papandrea. Back with it comes Dribblebis. 16-12 UD. Kelly going inside with it and had the ball roll loose, and let's see, it's going to be controlled in here by the Eagles, but then a walk called on Smeltz, and she got tangled up underneath. So looks more like the first game of the season rather than the first game of the second half for both of these teams at times. A lot of dumb mistakes. Dribblebis, near side here, Herb. There's a shot from outside for 3. Wouldn't go. Rebound, let's see, tipped out of bounds by the Eagles. It'll be UD ball. 3:59 left here in the first half as Dribblebis gets ready to inbound the ball. Here for Herb. Herb, cross court, she goes with it now. Ball tipped out of there, and again, it'll be out of bounds off the Eagles, so UD will get to inbound the ball. 3:54 left here in the first half. This is Lark pushing it back here now for Herb. Dribblebis taking it inside, and a blocking foul called on Janine Smeltz. Correction, it was on Gashevsky, not on Smeltz. It was on Gashevsky. And UD to inbound for Lark. A wing there for Klinger. Her pass inside, stolen away by the Eagles, and Gashevsky coming back with it. Pushing it ahead here now for Smeltz. Smeltz will back it out. Here's Wiest from outside. No good. Rebounded in there to Dribblebis, or to Papandrea rather. And up comes Dribblebis, pushing it on the baseline and out of the hands of Klinger, and out of bounds it goes. It'll be Eagle ball. 3:22 left here in a 4-point ball game. Left in the first half, that is. Push it over here for Smeltz. Smeltz taking it down the court. Looks like she wants to go all the way with it. Pushes it off the glass for 2. It's good. 16-14, 3:12 left in the first half. UD by 2. Over there for Lark. Herb on the near wing. Dribblebis for Herb. Herb from outside for 2, no good. Rebound tipped up in the air and controlled in here by Gashevsky. And she'll drop it back here for Martz. Eagles with a chance to come back and tie up the ball game. Here's Leader. Back here for Martz. Betsy Wiest. And Martz. Over in the corner it goes, the Leader. Right inside they spin this in for Gashevsky for 2. And the ball game is tied at 16-all with 2:33 left here in the first half. Ball tipped away and a foul called underneath. Timeout called by the Eagles as Amy Gaszewski just picked up her 3rd personal foul with 2:26 left here in the first half. Last foul called on Gaszewski was the team 7th, so Julianne Papandrea at the line shooting a 1-and-1. She can untie it if she makes this one. She did not, and the rebound comes down in there to Wiest with it. Miller in the ball game for the Eagles. Cross court pass, it comes here now in on the wing here for Leader. Leader had the ball tipped away and picked up in there by UD. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Each team has scored 16 points. And this is Lark. Into the corner, here it goes. Lucas for 2, that's short. And the rebound comes down inside there. Miller will pick it up and push it back outside here now. And Lucas for another try, good for 2. So Amanda Lucas got 2 shots at that one and made the second one. And back with it comes Leader. Leader stopping and popping off the glass, good for 2. Julie Leader for 2, and it's tied at 18. And we've got a minute and a half remaining here right now in the first half. Over in the wing, shot from the side, looking for 2, no good. Rebound comes down here to Smelts. Janine will pick it up, more or less, and then push it ahead here for Wiest. Wiest stopping, pushing it over here for Martz. Jill on the baseline, drops it underneath here for Leader. Leader looking for 2, she's fouled, and Julie will go to the foul line, shooting 2. Leader with a chance to untie the ball game as Julie is shooting 2, and her first shot is good, and we've got a 19-18 score now. UD by 1, and the foul was on Weaver, her 3rd. I didn't think it was on Weaver, but that's what they have on the board. So she checks out of the ball game as Herb checks back in there for UDA, and Leader's second shot is good. 20-18, Eagles by 2 with 1:14 left here in the first half. Very fast-moving ball game this afternoon. A lot of fouls. The Trojans have committed 17 fouls. The Eagles have committed 17 fouls. Here's Lark to tie it up. It's good for 2. 20-20 is the score as we've got inside of a minute to play. Wiest with it here for the Eagles. Over there for Martz. Into the corner it goes to Shingara. Back out here for Martz. Martz right underneath here for Smelts for 2. That's short. Rebounded in there to Megan Miller for 2. 22-20, Eagles by 2. Lark swinging it over there for Herb, and then Lark will play with it. Near wing over here to inside for Papandrea for 2. Rolled it off everything, and Lucas picks it up in the paint. Turnaround shot, good for 2. And it's tied at 22. Back comes Martz with it. Martz coming back. Inside over here for Wiest. Wiest from outside for 3. It's good. So Betsy Wiest hits a 3, makes it a 25-22 ball game. And the ball tipped loose in there, but picked up by, here's a shot, it's good. If it goes, it's good for 3. Kelly Drive-O-Biss hits a 3 at the buzzer to tie up the ball game. Well, it doesn't get any closer than that. 25-25 at the end of the half. And what a tremendous shot by Kelly Drive-O-Biss to end the first half. Off balance from the right wing outside about 24 feet, and Kelly put her home. Well, we're tied 25-25 at the end of one half of the ball game. Well, the teams are back on the court now as we're ready to get started here with the second half action. If you missed the first half, you didn't miss anything because we're all tied at 25. There has been no result put up on the boards yet. I mean, as far as final goes here, we've still got 16 exciting minutes of basketball to play, and I'm sure it will be just exactly that. So to begin the second half of play, the Eagles will have the chance of inbounding the basketball to begin. So we'll see if they can snap the lead, or will it go to the UDA Trojans. We'll find out here in just a moment. Teams are set. Looks like Weaver will not be starting the second half for UD. It'll be Herb in there. Otherwise, I think everyone who started the first half is playing here. Here's Martz forcing a shot up, but a blocking foul called underneath, and Jill will go to the line shooting 2. Foul was on Kelly Drabobis, her second, and Jill Martz at the line shooting her first of 2, and her first shot is good. And that unties the game now, 26-25. Line Mountain by 1, and Jill can make it 2, and she did. 27-25, Eagles by 2, as UD comes back with the basketball on offense for the first time here in the second half. Bouncing it over there for Lark. Into the corner it goes. Shot by Lucas for 2. Wouldn't go. Rebound and a foul call. They're going to call a push foul on Lindsay Shingara, her first. And Drabobis will inbound the ball. Stolen away by Martz, and Jill will take it up court with Kelly Drabobis working on her. Martz, near side over here, Shingara for 3. It's good for 2. Lindsay Shingara for 2, not 3. And Martz coming back with it for UD. Inside it goes, rolled off a hand or two, picked up underneath there. Well, let's see. Ball still loose. They're going to roll it ahead here for Martz, and Martz coming down court with it. Spinning, pushing it over on the baseline. Now back outside. Martz for 2, wouldn't go. Rebound, tipped around in there, controlled by Papandrea to Lucas, and back with it comes UD. 29-25. UD trailing by 4 now. Inside it goes for Lucas. Lucas for 2, no good. Rebound, let's see, and they're going to have a tussle for the ball as Reed and Lucas go after it. And on the jump, it's going to be UD ball as Drabobis will get ready to inbound the ball for Upper Dauphin. Back here for Herb. Kelly Drabobis for 3. It's good. Kelly Drabobis hits it for 3, and it's a 1-point ball game. 29-28, Eagles by 1. Those 3-point shots, why do they add up so high? I'm not sure. Here's a shot blocked partially, and then out of bounds it'll go off UD, I believe. And Martz will inbound the ball. Martz inbounds it for Reed, but it's tipped off her fingertips, picked up by Lark, and back with it comes UD with a chance to regain the lead. Now they trail by 1. Nip and tuck ball game. Lark in there for Lucas. Lucas back out here for Herb. Herb tries to roll it over here and does so for Drabobis. Outside for Lark for 2. No good. Rebound comes down here to Martz, and Martz will come up court with it for the Eagles, heading right for the paint. Puts a shot up, but it's blocked away, and back with it comes Herb with it. And Drabobis will dribble it off her finger, but then picks it back up. Lark for 2 to take the lead. No good, but a foul, a push foul underneath, called on the Eagles. Fouls on Lindsay Shingara, her second. Lindsay picked up both of them here in the second half, in the third period, matter of fact. So Lark with it for Drabobis. Inside, back out here for Lark. Near wing over here, Herb. They spin it back here for Drabobis. Kelly will pick it up for Herb. Now back for Drabobis. Lark with it. Near side over here for Herb. And then Kelly Drabobis over there for Lark. Lark steps up looking for 2. No good. On the rebound, let's see, controlled underneath there, and then a blocked shot underneath, and it goes out of bounds off the Eagles. So it will remain UD ball. 5:27 left here in the third period. Wiest will check into the ball game to replace Shingara for the Eagles as Drabobis gets ready to inbound the ball for UD. Herb, near wing over here, shot by Lark, blocked and picked up in there by Martz for the Eagles. Back she comes. Near wing over here, Leader for 3. That's off the mark, and on the rebound, let's see, going to be tipped in there and picked up by, well, who has it? It's going to be Lark picking it up for UD. For Drabobis, Kelly taking it inside. Pushing it on the wing there for a shot by Papandrea for 2 is good. And all of a sudden, UD back on top by 1, 30-29. Here's Wiest. Betsy tipped over here by Lark, but picked up by Martz. Wiest again with it. Into the corner she'll go for Smeltz. Smeltz back out here for a shot by Martz. It's good for 3. Jill Martz hits a 3 and gives the Eagles the lead again. 32-30. Eagles by 2. Drabobis coming up to see if she can get that tie back again here now. Into the baseline it goes for Lucas. And now outside here, and a walk will be called on Lark that time as she got tied up that time. And Stacy was walking with it. 4:17 remaining here in the third quarter. 32-30, Line Mountain by 2. Here's Wiest working it into the corner here for Smeltz. Back outside here for Wiest. Wiest from way outside for 3. Jets off the mark. Rebound comes down inside there, and it's going to be controlled by Dribblebis. I think Kelly having a little trouble with it. We'll fire it ahead here now for Lark. Lark back here for Kelly Dribblebis. Over in the wing it goes. Lucas for 2. No good. Rebound comes down there to Martz. Martz breaking back one-on-one on Herb, and she'll put the shot up and in good. As Herb just could not do much to stop Jill Martz that time. It's 34-30, Eagles by 2. Bouncing it over here for Herb. Swinging it over there for Lark. And then Dribblebis with it into the corner. Lucas for 2. No good. Rebound comes down in there to Leader, and Julie Leader bringing it back up court, breaking back 2-on-1. Bounces it over there, but kicked out of bounds by Lucas. Amanda come up and got a leg on that one. And Shingara will check back into the ball game to replace Julie Leader for the Eagles as Martz gets ready to inbound the ball. She'll push it back here for Wiest. 3:15 left here in the third period. Inside for Smeltz. Smeltz for 2. Wouldn't go. Rebounded right inside there by Reed. Good for 2 as she spun around and put that one up and in. 36-30. Eagles by 6. With 2 minutes remaining here in 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the third. There's Martz, or Dribblebis taking it inside. Off the glass for 2. Kelly Dribblebis for 2. 36-32, and back comes Martz for Line Mountain. Nice drive that time by Dribblebis. Here's Wiest with it. Near side over here for Martz. Martz in the baseline for Shingara, and back out for Jill Martz. Martz wants to penetrate, steps back looking for 3. That's short, rebounded in there to Smeltz. Her shot won't go, but Janine will go to the foul line, shooting 2. Foul was on Julianne Papandrea, her second, and Janine Smeltz at the line, shooting her first of 2. And Janine's first shot is no good. Jess Herb checks out of the ball game now as Joanna Ewer in there for UDA. Smeltz seeing if she can put her second one in. And she did. 37-32, 5-point margin now for the Eagles as Dribblebis brings her up court for UD. Dribblebis near bouncing it here for Papandrea. Over in the wing, they'll swing it there to Lark. Lark goes in deep on the baseline for Lucas. Lucas right underneath here for Ewer. Back out front for a nice bounce pass to Dribblebis for 2, and Kelly put it home. Nice bounce pass that time from that Joanna Ewer to Kelly Dribblebis for 3. It's good for 3 from Shingara. 40-34, Eagles by 6 with 1:45 left here in the third period. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It looks like it'll be off the Trojans this time, and so the Eagles. No, he changed it. No, wait a minute. He signaled initially that it was going to be off UD, but it was off the Eagles, so Dribblebis will inbound the ball. Kelly goes right underneath with it. Out of bounds it goes off Joanna Ewer, and it'll be Eagle ball. 1:41 left in the third period. Eagles by 6. Here's Wiest. Inside here for Smeltz, bouncing it over in the baseline. Out of bounds it goes, and they're going to say it went off the pass, and so that ball gets turned over. And UD has it. 1:25 left here in the third period. That comes at Kelly Dribblebis. Kelly near wing over here now inside for Lucas. Lucas with a shot for 2, no good. Rebound tipped around in there, controlled by, well, let's see. Martz and Dribblebis go for it, but they say it went off Kelly Dribblebis, I guess, because The Eagles will inbound the ball. 1:10 left here in the third. Martz for Reed and Leader, who is back into the ball game now. For Martz, inside it goes, tipped away, picked up in there by Lucas, and back comes UD. 50 seconds remaining here in the third. Drive Abyss, bounce it inside for Lucas, near side over here. Now underneath it goes Joanna Ewer for two, wouldn't go. Rebound comes down in there to Reed, and she handed it to Lark, and Lark for two, it's good. Well, that time Reed just couldn't hang on to the ball, and Stacy Lark stole it from her and put it home. 40 to 36. Eagles by 4. Martz out in front. Over there for Leader, as Eagles want to play the time down for the final shot of the third period. They lead by 4. 12 seconds remaining. Into the side it goes for Shingara for three. Off the mark, rebounded in there to Smeltz, and Smeltz will take it back outside here for Martz for three. No good. Rebound comes down to Lucas with 1 second remaining, and that's going to do it as the third period comes to an end. But the Trojans now trail by 4 at the end of 3. It's the Eagles 40 and the UDA Trojans 36. Well, the fourth and final period about ready to get underway here now, as the Eagles have the opportunity of inbounding the basketball to begin the fourth quarter here at Upper Dauphin on this Saturday afternoon. And Shingara getting ready to inbound the ball back here for Martz. So less than 8 minutes to play in the ball game as Martz, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Kelly Drivovitz. Boy, a pretty light foul that time. Wow, Kelly. I'm not sure she deserved that one. At any rate, it'll be her third, and the team's second or third maybe of the half, hard to tell. As Martz will inbound it. Takes the inbound pass. And they're going to call a backcourt on Jill as she lost a handle on that one. And backcourt it was for sure. And it will be UD inbounding the ball. Now trailing by 4. Travabis on the wing over there for Weaver, who is back into the ball game. Martz for 3 of those 4. Nope, not that time. Rebound comes down underneath to Shingara. Head for Smeltz. Bounce pass over here for Martz for 2. It's good. So the Eagles quickly outletted that one following the shot at the other end of the court. And it's now 42-36. Here's Weaver. Weaver again for 3. No good. Rebound comes down there, and Drivobis has it. On the floor it goes, but it's picked up in there by Reed, and then a foul will be called on Papandrea. And Julianne picks up the foul. Her second, and timeout's going to be called by Coach Shadle. 7:15 left here in the third period. The Eagles by 6. So the Eagles will inbound the basketball now as we get back to play, as Leader will take it up the court on the right wing side over there, picking up the dribble here for Martz. And Jill Martz out in front for Leader. Julie's got it here for Reed. Tanya Reed, near side over here for Martz. Martz sets up for 3. That's off the mark. And on the rebound, it's going to be, let's see, controlled inside there by the Eagles as Reed's got it back for Martz. Martz for 3 from out in front. It's good. Jill Martz hits a 3. It's 45-36, the biggest margin of the ball game now. 9 points as the Trojans drop back by 9. Ball kicked by Jill Martz. It'll be UD inbounding. 6:40 remaining. I'll show you the clock next chance we get. Here's Kelly Drivobis with it. On the wing over there for Weaver. Drivobis into the corner. Lucas sets for 2. It's good. Amanda Lucas for 2. 45-38. 6:27 remaining here in the ball game. As Martz will bring it up court over there for Reed out in front. Near side here for Martz. Martz right underneath for Julie Leader. Her turnaround shot's good for 2. Nice pass that time by Jill Martz inside for Julie Leader, and Leader gets the margin back up to 9 again. 47-38. Ball's tipped loose inside. Over the wing it goes. Shot from the side by Weaver. No good. Rebound comes right down here to Shingara, and Lindsay will pick it up and push it back over here for Martz. Martz cross the court for Leader. Leader from outside for two, no good. On the rebound, controlled in there by Smeltz. Smeltz's shot is blocked, but knocked out of there by Amanda Lucas, and Eagles will inbound the ball. 5:43 left here in the game. Eagles over there for Reed, and Shingara out in front here for Leader. And Martz. Martz out in front and spins it over there for Julie Leader. Martz and Drabobis battling it all day today. Here's Martz looking for two. It's good. So Jill Martz drives it up and in for two, and it's an 11-point ball game now as the Eagles slowly but surely begin to pull away. 49-38. Kelly Drabobis taking it back outside here for Lark. Lark for three. It's two. All right, for two. 49-40. Inbounds pass here is going to go up here and picked up by Lucas. And back with it comes the UD now. The Trojans trailing by 9 can cut the margin to 7 with a bucket here. Inside they'll go back out now as they spin it on the baseline here for Lucas. Lucas for two. Wouldn't go. Rebound comes down here to Reed. Reed triple team. Can she get out of there? No. And a jump called, and the jump will give the ball to UDA this time, or yeah, Upper Dauphin with the ball as Drabobis gets ready to inbound for the Trojans. Back outside here now for Lark. 4:35 left here in the game. Here's Drabobis from out in front for two. It's good. 49-42, and back with it comes Martz as the Trojans begin to come back. Here's Martz with it for Shingara. Shingara out in front for Smeltz. Smeltz near side here for Reed. And Reed will take it inside, looking to go to the hoop for two. Wouldn't go. Rebounded there by Smeltz. Her shot too short. Wouldn't go. And a rebound comes down here to yeah. Anyway, Drabobis with it. Near side over here for Lark. Kelly spins it over there for Weaver. Here's Lark. Drabobis from outside for three. It's good for three, and Kelly Drabobis does what she does so well, has narrowed the gap to 4. Back with it comes Martz. Crowd getting into it now for UD as Martz will push it back out here for Leader. Leader with it out in front. An 11-point margin has gotten down here well. There's a bounce pass inside for Reed off Leader. A nice pass, and timeout's going to be called by Coach Kalman. He'll call time with 3:23 left here in the game, and the Eagles by 6. Okay, it'll be UD inbounding the ball following the Eagle timeout. And back comes Kelly Drabobis for Upper Dauphin. 3:15 left here in the ball game. Drabobis on the baseline, back outside. Weaver, no, not that time, and the rebound's going to be controlled here by UD. However, as Drabobis picks it up over the side, Lark for two, no good. Rebound comes back here to Martz, and Martz will control it for the Eagles. Up court she comes with it. And Jill stopping at the top of the circle. Well, more or less stopping. Dropping it right here for Reed for two. Well, Jill Martz that time with a really good move inside to give the pass to Tanya Reed, who was just waiting right there, and Tanya put it home. Here comes Drabobis with it, taking it in. Shot, good for two. Kelly Drabobis winds one up and in, good. 53-47. Back with it comes Martz. 2:20 left here in the ball game. Here's a ball tapped out of bounds. It's going to be off Martz and out of bounds it goes, and timeout called by Coach Shadle this time. Coach wants a full timeout, so he'll get it with 2:20 left here in the game, and the Trojans trailing by 6. Okay, the timeout is over now as the Trojans put the ball in play. Kelly Drabobis bringing it up for UD. Inside here for Lucas. Lucas for two. It's good. Amanda Lucas narrows the gap to 4 now. It's 53-49 as Martz will take it up court here for the Eagles. Stopping, pushing it back here for Shingara. And back for Martz. Martz goes to take it inside, lays one up, wouldn't go. Rebound comes down in there to Lucas, and back with it come the Trojans, who get to within 2 if they can. Here's a shot by Dribelbiss for 2. It's good. 53-51, a minute 40 remaining in the ball game, and the Eagles lead by 2. A lot of pressure put on here now by the Trojan defense as Shingara will pick it off. Lindsay coming up court with it, stopping, pushing it over here for Reed. Reed back out for Martz. Martz on the wing over there for Leader. And Julie will take it out in front. Winding around with it, picks up that dribble, gives it back here for Martz. Clock down to a minute, 20 left in this ball game. Comes Jill Martz taking it inside, looking for 2. Shot blocked, but right over here is Reed for 2. That won't go. Rebound comes down over there to Weaver. And Weaver will hand it back to Dribelbiss, and the Trojans will come back with a chance to tie up the ball game with 1 minute to play right now. Here comes Weaver for 2 and hold everything. A blocking foul called. The shot is no good. I think they're going to say it might have been before the shot, according to the ref. Well, let's see what he says. Yep, bucket's good. And that ties up the ball game, 53-53 with 58 seconds left, and timeout's going to be called by Coach Calnon. And Coach does not think that should have been a shooting foul, but nevertheless it is, and we've got tie ball game, and UDA will be at the line shooting 1 to get 3 when we come back. Well, to the foul line goes Weaver. And Jen will be there shooting 1 to give her Trojans a lead after they had trailed by as much as 11 just moments ago. And here is her one and only shot. It is no good. Rebound comes down over here to Reed, so we're still tied now with 54 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here comes Martz, pushing it over here for Leader. Leader on the baseline, taking it inside, and a blocking foul will be called. It'll be only the 4th team foul, so there'll be no shooting on this one. The Eagles will inbound the basketball with 44 seconds left. Foul was on Weaver, her 4th, but that doesn't matter with just 44 seconds remaining in the ball game. I think Jen can make it. The inbound pass underneath, kicked out of bounds by UD, I believe. No, kicked out of bounds by the Eagles. And so the Trojans with a chance to take the lead now as the clock winds it down here. Kelly Dribelbiss will be instrumental in whatever happens here. You can bet on that. Over there for Weaver, back out here for Dribelbiss. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Weaver and Dribelbiss will play with it now as the Eagles will play, or the Trojans will play it down for the final shot of the ball game, apparently. 20 seconds. Here's Kelly with it, pushing it over there for Weaver. Weaver back here for Lark. Lark tries to go inside here for Papandrea. Papandrea has it double teamed. It's a tie up, and it's going to be Eagle ball with 12 seconds remaining. The Eagles will have the basketball, and timeout's going to be called by Coach Calnon of the Lyon Mountain Eagles. It'll be a 20-second timeout. So the Eagles will have possession, see what they can do with it with 12 seconds. So it'll be the Eagles now to see what they can do with it as we're in regulation time with 12 seconds remaining. And the inbound pass comes down here for Martz. Martz looking for 2. It's, nope, before the shot, they're going to call a walk. They're going to call a walk before the shot. And that's going to give the ball back to the Trojans with 9 seconds remaining. And back with it comes Upperdoffin as the crowd really comes to life now. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2. Dribelbiss from outside. No good as the buzzer goes, and we're going to overtime. Coach Calnon is upset, as you might imagine here now, and he wants to know what this gal here, who has made a couple of questionable calls, folks, I just wonder. But anyway, 53-53, 3 minutes of overtime coming up. It's a 4-minute overtime period. I think I said 3, but it's a 4-minute overtime period that they will play, and they'll tip it off just like the start of the game now as Shingara out there and Lucas get ready to tip off this basketball to begin the overtime period. Period number 5, if you prefer. And, well, now they're going to change sides and wait a second. Now there's a little confusion as to what we're doing here. Which side of the basketball are we going to be on? Okay, I think we're settled now. I think it remains the same. Okay, so here we go. OT here at UDA. Ball tapped back here and controlled by the Eagles. Martz with it for Lion Mountain. Over there for Leader. And then Martz. Near side over here for Shingara. Shingara for 3. It's good. Lindsay Shingara gives the Eagles a 3-point lead now, 56-53. And plenty of time left now, 3.5 minutes in this one. So here's Lark with it for Drival Biss. Over there for Weaver for 2. No good. Rebound comes down and controlled in here by Lark. And Lark will spin it over the baseline. Lucas for 2. Whoa, way long. And rebound controlled over there by Martz. And it'll be picked up. And let's see, we have a gal hurt that time as Jen Weaver really went to the floor hard and might have hit her head that time. And time temporarily called with 3:16 left in the OT. Coach Shadle is going to see if she can see over here. So we'll be right back. Jen Weaver is going to be okay, I think. It looks a little woozy to me, and she's going to have to take a seat now as the Eagles will inbound the basketball. Shingara will inbound it here for Martz. Here's Leader. For Martz, inside it goes, now over in the wing, tapped away in there by the Trojans, and back with it comes Drival Biss. Kelly, near side over here for Herb, who is in the basketball game now. Lark, and then Drival Biss out in front for Herb. Over there for a tire upper. No, not that time. Rebound comes right down there to Lucas for 2. Wouldn't go. Rebound, let's see. Fought for on the floor. Ball rolls loose. Picked up in here by Drival Biss. 15-foot try by Kelly. No good. Rebound comes down there to Shingara. And Lindsay will drop it up there for Janine Smeltz, who will take it over the timeline. Smeltz here for Martz. And then Leader. 2:20 left here in the ball game. In the overtime, first overtime. Ball tipped loose in there, but picked up by Leader. Crossed over here for Martz. Martz will loop it into the corner here for Shingara for 3. No good. Off the mark it goes, and out of bounds off the shot. It'll be UD ball. 2:09 left in the game. Again. For the second time, there's 2:09 left in the game. And back comes Kelly Drival Biss. Inside Lucas here for Lark. Lark will pick it up, spin it back out here for Kelly Drival Biss. Lark and Drival Biss playing with it over there for Herb. Herb for 3. That's off the mark, right down to Shingara it comes with 1:40 left here in the overtime, first overtime. It'll be Leader and Martz changing position. Now Martz over in front of the bench with it. Here for Leader. And Leader will take it back outside. Now as the Eagles play some time back off the clock. They lead by 3. Here comes Shingara with it. She'll push it there for Martz. Martz out in front for Leader. Clock down to 1:10. Here's Leader with it, taking it inside, pushing it over to baseline. Now back outside Shingara here for Martz. Down to 1 minute to play in the overtime. Here's Martz with it. Martz taking it inside, pushing it right over here. The ball comes loose, picked up in there by Herb. So the Eagles played the clock down and didn't get anything for it. And back with it comes Kelly Drival Biss, spinning it on the baseline. Shot for 2, it's good. Eagles by 1, 56-55. We're down to 38 seconds left here as Smeltz takes it to the hoop, puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded there by UD, and the Trojans with a chance to come back now, and timeout called by Upper Dauphin. So I'll tell you, the game goes back and forth. And right now it'll be the Trojans with an opportunity with 27.5 seconds remaining in the overtime. They trail by 1. Play getting ready to be set back in here now as the Eagles will inbound the basketball. They trail by 1 point. They've got 23 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Here's Lark for 2, way off the mark, and the rebound comes down in there to Smeltz. Smeltz will loop it ahead quickly, but a push foul called on this end of the court. It will be non-shooting, 5th team foul, so no problem with that. 16 seconds remaining, but the Eagles will have the basketball. Eagles will have the ball. So now the ball game rests on what the Eagles do with it. As the Trojans had a chance and couldn't play it back. 14 seconds remaining. Here comes Martz with it. Martz across the timeline, and they'll push it over here for Shingara, and then back for Martz. Clock down to 5 seconds. 4 and a foul called. It'll be non-shooting. But only 3.2 seconds remaining in this 1-point ball game. And oh, no, wait a minute. Is she shooting? Only have 6 fouls up as Kelly Drabovis picked up her 5th personal foul. So Kelly fouls out of the ball game with 3.2 seconds remaining. Coach Shadle's going to have to put somebody in for her. But in the meantime, it looks as though Jill Martz is at the line shooting, but I don't think so, as there's only 6 fouls up on the board. So she will not be shooting. And the Eagles, Lindsay Shingara, will inbound the basketball. Now it's a 1-and-1. All right, I'm not sure what's going on. At any rate, Martz at the line shooting a really big 1-and-1 here now with just 3.2 seconds remaining. So it's time for heroics, but they got the heroic one out of there now as timeout's called, as Kelly Drabovis would be the one to come in here with 3 seconds remaining, get a rebound of this foul shot, and fire it 90 feet and put it in. But Kelly's out of the game now, so that's not going to happen. But 3.2 seconds left, and Jill Martz will be at the line shooting a 1-and-1 when we come back. So Martz, who is probably our best shooter as far as the Eagles are concerned, at the line shooting a 1-and-1. And 1 point here would be big as far as the Eagles are concerned. Certainly would be as far as the Trojans are concerned too. Here's her first shot. It is no good. Rebound comes down underneath there, controlled by the Eagles out front, and that's going to do it. The Eagles have won the ball game with a final score of Line Mountain 56 in overtime, and the UDA Trojans 55. So the second half of the season will start out the way it did for the first half for both these Trojan gals, who played one heck of a ball game here this afternoon and just couldn't get it going right. It was kind of a goofy start to this game, and the Eagles, they waited on Eagles, and Eagles finally prevailed in overtime by 1 point, 56-55. So the Eagles start the second half of the season with a 1-0 record, even though they need to play Halifax to finish off the first half of the season. And the Trojans are somewhere, I'm not sure, on Monday night coming up here now, and that'll finish off their first half of the season. So Upper Dauphin, with only 1 loss in the first half, these two teams could very well get together once again, as the first half championship still up for grabs, depending on what the Eagles do at Halifax on Monday. So we congratulate the Eagles on a good ball game here, hanging in there tough with these Trojans, who had not lost a ball game since the last time these two teams met, the very first game of the first half. So the Trojans have the Eagles have their number this year so far in the first 2 meetings of these ball teams, but there will be at least one more for sure, and we'll see what happens then. So good afternoon from UDA, and we'll catch you at the next ball game.